I know you're not going to be done. So today's investigation 2.3. Please write your name and put the date at the top right now. So if this ends up on the floor, I know who to give it back to.
It's a 24 plus 1.
It is a 24. So today, I can decide if a table or an equation represents a linear relationship. So yesterday, part of your homework was to do this. I've been showing you over the past couple of days about how to determine a rate. Today we know that we're working on, if it has a rate, it is linear. And we will be working on a number of different problems. So, we have a lot of vocab today. The point where a line crosses the y-axis is called a y-intercept. We know that this point is represented in a linear equation. Okay? A linear line is going to cross the y at some point. If the point is positive, it is added to the equation y equals mx. Okay? Which is, that's that same like d equals rt. Y equals mx. My rate is my m. My x is my independent variable, and my y is my dependent variable.
Is it m times x?
M times, right? Yep. So, if it is positive, it looks like this. I add this number, this y-intercept, which is represented as b. Okay? If the point is negative, actually this is a slight typo. It says it is subtracted from the y equals mx. But really what you're doing is you're adding a negative. You're actually not going to subtract. It does the same thing because adding a negative is like subtracting a positive. So, this is a positive y-intercept because it is above, this line crosses the y-axis above the x-axis. So it makes it positive. This side of your paper, I would like you to sketch, very quickly, 30 seconds, a negative y-intercept. So above the x-axis, it is positive. I want you to make a negative y-intercept linear line.
Is this okay?
Going in the opposite direction.
Oh, that's a good one. That's slope. That's this. You did a negative rate. I want a negative y-intercept. Yes. So, here, I'm just going to sketch it. Y, X. Now, there's so many different ways to make a negative, but you do now. I know you do. Boom. This is negative. It crosses below the x-axis. I did see, and this has happened multiple times, kids did this. Now, that is smart thinking, but this is a negative rate, a negative slope, not a negative y-intercept, because look where it crosses. It crosses above the x-axis. That's a positive y-intercept. This is a negative y-intercept. That's why I'm doing that, to make sure you're clear that this is a negative slope. This is a negative.
Because it goes up.
It's going down, right? As x increases, y decreases. Okay. So the y-intercept is also the point of the y-coordinate when the x-coordinate is 0. This is what that means. I could have worded that better. So here, if you look on your paper, you have a positive y-intercept. Your coordinates from that y-intercept is 0 because this is the x-axis. So I'm at 0, and I go up 1, 2. I'm at 0, 2.
It can pass that far, but like this is the x-axis, and it can start up here.
Hmm?
Yes.
Okay. So this is 0, 2. Over here, talk to your partner. What are the coordinates of the y-intercept there? Talk to your partner. What? I heard over there. Heard over there. Garrett? Okay. Okay. Something to remember. X always goes first. So what's the X coordinate? 0. Okay. So it is 0 because look, this is X. It's 0, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my coordinates are 0, 5. Okay. So a coefficient, and we've talked about this just a little bit. A coefficient is the number that multiplies a variable in an equation. So in the equation, y equals mx plus b, m, your rate, is the coefficient. You are going to hear about coefficients. You're going to hear about coefficients in not just linear equations or relationships. You're going to hear about them all the time. Because a coefficient is something that is multiplied to a variable. And when you get into algebra, you're going to have a lot of variables, and you will have a lot of coefficients. Okay? This is pre-algebra. Yeah, I know. So Henry, so pay attention here. So here, the m is the coefficient, because it's being multiplied into this independent variable x. Henry had an equation that was y equals his rate, which was 1, times t plus 45. He had a coefficient of 1. Sometimes you won't even have the 1 there. Why is that? Because Bree, excellent. 1 times anything is that thing. So they don't even put the 1, they'll just put t. Does that make sense, Ethan? No, it's a 1. It's just that you don't see it. And you need to know that. Okay? So here is Emil's equation. It's y equals 2.5 times t. Talk to your partner. What's the coefficient here? So I was listening to Cruiser. 2.5. 2.5 is this coefficient. Is the coefficient here. Because I'm multiplying it by this variable. Do you guys know what the y-intercept of this is? No, that's the independent. What'd you say, Em? Okay. Yes, it's 0. So, yeah, she did. Oh. So, yes, it's 0. So, Julian, why does it not say plus 0?
Because it's not needed.
It's not needed. Exactly. You don't need it. It's like the 1. I don't need it, so I just write t. I don't need plus 0, so I leave it out. Okay, last one. You guys are going to read on your own. No, it's just the next piece. It is called, a solution of equation. Go for it. Read it. Come on, Preston, focus.
Wait, do we work with our partner?
No, just read it.
Solution of an equation is an ordered pair of coordinates that makes the equation true when line I told you.
I know, a lot of papers today. Tomorrow will be like barely any papers. You're welcome. I can help you out like that, bird.
Staring at me.
It's like, dude, that guy's handsome. All right, here we go. So this is what you guys need to understand here. So when you find an ordered pair that fits into your equation, so I put 2 in to this equation, I get 47. 47 comes out. These numbers mean something. They're not just 2 and 47. Your x-axis will tell you what your unit is. You guys, anyone remember what my unit was for Henry on the x-axis?
5.
seconds. And what was my unit on the y-axis? Distance. And more specific? Meters. So this is what this means. It means Henry, in 2 seconds, he is 47 meters. So those numbers mean something. And that's what this ordered pair for a solution of equation, that's why it's important to understand, is that they're not just like 2 and 47. No, it means 2 seconds, he's 47 meters. So it gives you an answer, not just numbers. Today,
We're in math class.
I know. Today, your, that's a good observation.
Yeah, but like the answers is supposed to be numbers?
They are numbers, but they mean more than just value. I'm going to go over 34 with you. I'm going to start off. Your job, okay, you can turn to 34 together. I'm going to read it. Your job is to ask yourself, what do I know as I read?